Kane Craft. Also tonight, we have a very special guest. I'll introduce him in just a second, but without further ado, Kane, we got a race underway. It's lap 1, and we have already gotten this thing started. Benjamin Burmeister on the pole, and right now just officially led the first lap. We're coming to you fast on E.J. O'Rourke's birthday. We want to wish him a very, very happy birthday. But in the meantime, I got someone I want to introduce to you guys. I want to just say hello to Mr. Jordy. Jordy, come in here and say hello to everybody. Tell them that you're happy to hear him, or you're happy to be here.
Yeah, hi guys. I'm really happy to be here. Thanks to JD for freaking letting me do this and stuff.
We sure are glad to have you, buddy. I know you would like to be on the racetrack, but sometimes it's good just to have a week off and have a look from our point of view. It can actually be very beneficial.
Yes, sir.
Well, I tell you right now, out on the track, Kane, we got Benjamin Burmeister, the pole sitter, out in the number 32 machine. The Ford Fusion looks very healthy early in the race. He's out in front, but he does have a strong pushing Best Western Chevy SS on his tail, and that's none other than Justin Bolton. Justin started this race down on the inside of row 2 in the third spot. Right now, he's trying to utilize the draft, and now he's trying to make the move on the high side as they cross the start-finish line side to side. He does have the advantage when they hit turn 1. If he can cut down in front, he will. A beautiful job. So we have, for our first time today, a lead change, and the new leader will be Justin Bolton. That was a very nice move there on the high side. A little bit of contact possibly there with the wall. That was not what Benjamin Burmeister wanted to do. I think he's okay, no problem. Just a little close. I don't even know if he made contact. It just looked like he did there. But anyways, Kane, you here with us, buddy? I know we kind of had to jump into the race. For those of you that were waiting for the pre-race show, we do apologize. Technical difficulties did come our way, but we are happy to be here live in this wonderful race here. 15 weeks of racing here at Michigan. I've been waiting all season, Kane, for us to get here. Great side-by-side battle right now going on with the number 19 car of Greg McKinney in the Alliance Truck Parts Chevy. He's got a great battle with the number 1 car of Ray Alfalla. Ray down on the inside trying to make a move, and he does have a good look here. Also the 11 car of Tyler Hill in the Timmy Hill Chevy coming up, doing a good job getting around. A tough driving number 19 down there. Greg McKinney, really tough car to get around. Now he's going to try to earn that spot back from Tyler Hill. I always want to call him Timmy Hill because his brother, I watch him every Sunday.
Well, in the Timmy Hill on the side of the car, that don't help. See, your mind sees it, and that's what it wants to say.
That is 100% correct, buddy. You get caught up looking at the side of the car and everything, and it just, tell you what, these guys are not done. This battle will continue. And here we are already on lap 6, guys. It's a 100-lap race here today. And I tell you what, it's going to be quite a bit of an adventure. We got about a 30-lap fuel window, thanks to Jordy for hooking us up with that information. Because
no problem.
I didn't have any time to get out on the track this week. Normally I like to try to catch a few laps. Look at Michael Conti, guys, down on the inside, just a little bit back here. He's looking really good right now. The Abutu Chevy pushing his way up towards the front. This guy has been dangerous as of late. He's in the number 2 car tonight, Michael Conti in the Abutu Chevy SS. He currently just cracked into the top 10. We'll see how he does. He's got Malik Ray in front of him. It's going to be a tough car to pass. He might just try to work with Malik and just try to catch a little bit closer into Tyler Hill and Greg McKinney.
Good to see Malik Ray back this week.
Yeah, and I really like the paint that he has on the Snickers Toyota Camry. It looks really good this week. We'll give Malik Ray credit. I know in his early days as a racer, he used to sport a lot of Jeff Gordon paints. And you know me, I'm a 24 fan. Look at Malik Ray, big trouble.
Just got loose. Oh God, that was close.
Yeah, very scary moment there for Tyler Hill. That could have been really bad. Actually, a good job keeping that from being detrimental to his race today. That could have ended it right there. The 3 car will take advantage. That's Brandon Schmidt in the Peak Antifreeze Chevy. He's going to move up a position. Now that 11 car of Tyler Hill kind of in a rough spot. He's sitting in the 10th position at the moment, and he's got a hard battling Kevin King, last week's pole sitter, sitting right behind him in the number 9 machine.
Ray Alfala moving to P2. Oh my God, this guy's on a mission.
Yeah, going right around Patrick Crabtree, and that is Ray Alfala. And I tell you what, guys, Patrick Crabtree not in his Ford Fusion that he normally drives this week. It's throwing me a loop seeing that Chevy out there and Patrick in it. I'm used to seeing the Raptor Ford Fusion out there, so it's throwing me a little loop, a little special edition car, I guess we'll call it today, because it's not his normal ride. Boy, Ray Alfala, you were right, Jordy, coming up on a mission there. Took a really aggressive pass for an early race pass, but he is enjoying that second spot. He's got a little ways to go to catch Justin Bolton. Justin is about a good 4 or 5 car lengths ahead of Ray, but Ray's pace right now is really fantastic. I think that they're going to have a race real soon. They are really, 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 really moving right now.
Ray Alfala has this line dialed to the point right now. He made up 8 spots in 11 laps. That's just incredible.
Yeah, fantastic job right there by Ray. We don't get to see Ray in this series every week, so when he does make a surprise appearance, it is nice to see him out on the track. And boy, he sure has definitely got Michigan. All right, guys, here we are just 12 laps into the race. Right now, Justin Bolton in the lead, Ray Alfala in second, Patrick Crabtree is in third, Corey Vincent is in the 4th position, and rounding out our top 5 is our pole sitter, Benjamin Burmeister. Sitting in the 6th position, it's Greg McKinney in the Alliance Truck Parts Chevy. Malik Gray in the Snickers Toyota is in 7th. Michael Conti is in 8th. Brandon Schmidt runs in 9th. Rounding out our top 10 right now, currently it's Kevin King in the Cooper Standard Chevrolet. Tyler Hill is currently running in the 11th, but not for long, because Casey Tucker is making his way with a pass in the Morgan Ford Fusion. A good pass by the number 13 car of Casey Tucker. And with that happening, in 13th place, it'll be Michael J. Johnson in the Dream Racing Toyota Camry. Jason Berg rides in 14th place in the Lucas Oil Camry. Timu Ivinen down on the inside right now trying to make a move. We got some side-by-side racing, boys, and it is close. Timu currently in the 15th position trying to move up into the 14th, and we're going 3 wide here at Michigan. You hear it from Kane right there. We got all kind of stuff going on right here in the mid-pack.
This track is, wow.
I love it, guys. I love it. There's something about Michigan International Raceway. It's the high speeds. It's the, I mean, these guys got 14 green flag, or I can't even say it. I'm watching green flag race laps so far. I love it. Keep safe, guys. They're getting a little brave, a little early.
There goes Connie to P5. I'm telling you, man, he has a fast car every week, and I just see him up there soon. Real soon.
Yeah, there's something about Michael Conti as of late. Another car on the move right now, the number 14. The number 14 machine on the move. That's Thomas Davis. Thomas has started the race all the way back in 19th, and he's moved up to the 17th position for the moment. And the caution is out, guys. We'll see what happened and why the caution has come out. Looking, we got to get up in the blimp cam to see what's going on the track. I see Mr. Matt Spangler smoking, so I'm assuming I don't know if he was the point of origin, but it is definitely Matt Spangler, and it is from a 3-wide race between the 24 car of Brian Blackford and also the number 10 machine of Alan Bowes. As they're coming through turn 2 here on the exit of turn 2, 3 wide, and on the top there you see Alan Bowes kind of cut the nose in a hair, and it actually catches the back right corner panel of the number 30 machine, and that sends Matt Spangler into Alan Bowes. That is not good. The smoke, otherwise I wouldn't say his damage would be too detrimental to his car, guys, but the
it
black
turned him
smoke
into the wall so hard that it must have got the radiator, but yeah, it didn't look too bad otherwise.
That's definitely not good. Thanks, Kane, for that race recall replay. Jordy, you have the experience. Tell us about a wreck like that, 3 wide. Tell us how that one kind of unfolded.
I have a really bad computer, so I really couldn't see it.
That's all right, buddy.
Yeah, I really couldn't see it. Sorry, guys.
That's all right, buddy. Tell you right now, keep your eye on Ray Alfalla, Justin Bolton, as these guys are heading down pit road under the caution. All our leaders so far, it looks like, are going to make the pit. So we'll keep a close eye and see who wins the race off of the road. And it's going to be Mr. Benjamin Burmeister, who has that very beneficial front pit stall. It helps in every single race we've been in, but not a good first run for Benjamin. He had the pole and fell all the way to 7th there on the first 17 laps. And here we go off of pit road. It's not going to be Ray Alfalla who's first off. He'll be second off of pit road with E.J. O'Rourke, the birthday boy, wins the race off of pit road. And EJ came from 23rd, guys. So did he even hit the pit stall?
You know what, we seen him do this last week. We seen him do this like each time we had a caution, and he would end up back up at the front. But then before we go green again, he'd end up back in the pit. So I'm not real sure what's up with EJ.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to find out what he's doing in that gmercer.com Chevy, because that is a unique strategy.
Either he missed a stall or he just took 2. It was really hard to tell.
Yeah, I was about to say he might have missed his stall too, but Kane's right. We saw him do this last week, and we just could not figure out what he was doing because it made 0 sense. So pit, not go in your stall, and then come back around and pit again, unless he missed his pit stall every time. And I just don't think that he did that. He's too good. Yep. Here he goes. There he goes.
Going back in pits.
What is he doing? Well, I want to find out. We'll find out eventually, guys. I
think he's messing with us now. I think he watched last week's broadcast and he says, I'm really going to mess with these guys this week.
Well, we want to wish him a happy birthday anyways, but okay, well, he got to lead a lap. I bet that's what he wanted to do.
He didn't even lead the lap. He didn't even lead the lap.
Oh, he didn't. He slowed down. He couldn't. He should have, oh man, he should have just stayed out, led the lap.
Is it 1 a green? Yes, it's 1 a green.
Yeah, the lights are out on the pace car, guys. A very quick pit, a very quick yellow here. So, guys, the front runners, all pits and fresh tires, topped off with Sunoco fuel, and we're getting ready to go back green in half a lap's time here at Michigan Raceway. I tell you what, guys, this is how we'll restart. In row 1, it'll be Ray Alfalla with Justin Bolton on the outside. Row 2 will be Michael Conti and Corey Vincent. Row 3 will be Patrick Crabtree and Malik Ray, followed by Benjamin Burmeister, Greg McKinney. Brandon Schmidt and Tyler Hill round out the front starting 10 as the pace car heads into turn 3 as we get ready for our first restart of the afternoon. Tell you what, can anybody catch this Ray Alfalla car early? I don't know, but if it is, it's got to be that number 2 car right there on the inside, starting directly behind him. That is Michael Conti, who has been absolutely phenomenal in this last couple weeks. He has just been on fire, and definitely my favorite to win today after what I've seen thus far. This guy is unbelievable. Pace car is in, and it's all up to Ray Alfalla to get the field started. He takes the guys to green with a great jump and a fantastic job. That'll give him a little bit of space, but here comes Michael Conti, and I tell you what, 3 wide, just a little bit back here at Michigan. This is what it's all about.
That 2 car, he jumped it really good. Got a huge jump on Bolton.
Yeah, he had a fantastic start right here. Heading into turn 3 now. Ray Alfalla down on about a lane up from the apron. And back at about 3 car lengths behind it is Michael Conti, who is just close enough to be in the draft zone of Ray Alfalla. That'll give him the advantage he needs to make the pass here shortly. Look at this. He's getting the momentum, and that is an extremely fast Abutu Chevrolet. He is right there with Ray Alfalla now, guys. That is definitely some momentum. That car is just dialed in and ready.
Man, I can't wait for this battlefront. This is going to get good.
Yeah, this is what it's all about up here at the front. Ray Alfalla, Michael Conti, the battle for the lead here at lap 20 of 100 laps. And tell you what, this is drama at its best. You got two fantastic racers. Go ahead and make that three, because here comes the bestwestern.com Chevy, and that is Justin Bolton. Justin started up near the front. Here he is staying up near the front. This is another fast car, guys, and he's right here with Michael. This is a great three-way battle for the lead. All right, he's right there here on the backstretch.
He got the run. Is he going to make the move? Nope. He's just staying behind him for now.
Yeah, I think he's going to wait for that perfect moment. He's going to utilize that draft. Once he feels he has enough momentum, he will definitely dive down to the inside, I believe, to try to make the pass. Although we've seen a pass on the high side already. Look back into the fourth position. It's Justin, or right behind Justin Bolton. A few car lengths back, it is Malik Ray in the Snickers Camry. And he's looking good behind him. We got a great side-by-side battle with Kevin King. And also the number 28 Machina, Corey Vincent. Oh, they're side-by-side, door handle to door handle, if they had door handles. And right, down on the inside, and oh my goodness. Here he is. Did the caution come out? I believe it did, fellas. What happened?
What? Oh, man, that was getting good.
Yeah, that was getting fantastic as the caution came out.
The car of Michael Guest ended up spun around backwards. Not sure how. Let's take a race recall replay look at it and see what happened.
So as we pull out the race recall replay, we'll check out what happened to Michael Guest. And I feel like he's a guest. I don't feel like I've seen Michael all season. So good to see him out on the track. And the number 22 car, guys, you see as he's coming out of the turn, it straightens up here. He's just on top of the 25, and oh, he had to move out of traffic, guys. That looks like Teemu Ivinen in the sim room machine. And was there contact with the 27 car and Teemu? That is the question. And I'm going to have to try to look at this further, Kane. That was very interesting. Yes, that was Teemu from earlier. He was actually side-by-side with the 8 car. That is Stephen Ezeny. And what happened was on the exit of this turn, the 18 car gets loose. And boy, he just hits the wall tail end first. And when he does, his car flattens back out. He taps the 27 car. And as what happens to the 22 cars, he just gets caught up trying to avoid this wreck. And a tough break for Michael Guest and
Raphael just goes in pit road and everyone fakes him. Oh man,
no.
That's not good.
So Ray Alfalla, you're saying, went to the pit, and he's the only one that went in, huh?
Yeah, and I think Patrick Crabtree followed him in. Burmeister Tyler Hill.
Okay, so not too far back. Ray will probably come out a little bit back in the field, but not too far back. Oh, maybe he will. These are the cars that stayed out. Michael Conti, Justin Bolton, Malik Ray, Kevin King, Corey Vincent, and Brandon Schmidt. Also, Greg McKinney, Chris Overland, Jason Berg, Justin Fuller. So those are the cars that did stay out. And Ray Alfalla coming out of the pits right now, so he'll rejoin behind those guys, and he'll have to work his way back through this field, Jordy and Kane. That's going to be fun to watch, but in the meantime, that's a big plus for Michael Conti, as he will be the official leader of this race and should start on the inside. Tell you what, it's going to be a fun restart with Justin Bolton up there with Michael. Two fast cars right now. In the meantime, it is going to be fun to watch Ray come back through the field, because he did put fresh tires on the car. And so he does have tires that are a little bit fresher than what we have up here at the front.
Noticing on the overlays that I don't have a team information for Mike Conti. I know he's on a team. I just don't know why I don't have that information.
He is in J Show Motorsports. It's on his rear window, if you look at it from chase view.
Yeah, J Show. That's where it belongs.
Yeah.
I have to remember to get that entered.
And so here we are, guys. Michael Conti in the lead, and still got 2 more pace laps before we go green here at Michigan. Tell you what, 1/4 of the way completed now already. This race is flying by, guys. And we've seen some great side-by-side racing so far. We've seen some extremely fast cars. And one thing we haven't had a chance to see yet is whose car is set up for the long run. We've seen whose cars are fast on the short run, and so far that's paid off. I think that once we get going here, I think we're due for a good green flag run. We had one to start the race. It just had a caution just before it really got good and stretched out. But I want to see what happens here and who is tuned up for the long run. I think that's going to be crucial here, because once the cars spread out a little bit, I think it'll be hard to have a caution at a track like this. These guys are going extremely fast, but there's plenty of room out there, so that's the key. I think they'll be okay. So look for a long green flag run. You heard it from Jordy earlier, 30 laps to a fuel window, or average about 30 laps before these guys will need to pit again. So we're looking at about lap 45 to lap 50 on when our leaders will have to pit, because they came in and pit on about, what was it, lap 19. So they should be okay for quite some time. But it's going to be interesting if it comes down to green flag stops. That's when you have to be on top of it. The field will split out a little bit, and it'll get real exciting. So here we are, guys. Everybody's starting to slowly grid back up. This is how the field will restart. Michael Conti in the front with Justin Bolton on the outside. Row 2 will be Malik Ray and Kevin King. Sitting in 5th, it'll be Corey Vincent and Brandon Schmidt in 6th. Greg McKinney and Chris Overland in row 4. Row 5 will be Jason Berg and Brian Blackford. 11th, Benjamin Burmeister, Patrick Crabtree 12th. Tyler Hill will be restarting in the 13th position, and Ray Alfala, the previous leader, will restart in 14th. That's where our fresh tires start. Michael Johnson will restart 15th. Shane Daughtry 16th.
Don't interrupt you, JD, but Ray Alfala's in the pits. He's pulling the last lap, go back into the pits, get some tires and fuel.
Okay, well, he was
last week.
He was, I apologize, scheduled to restart 14th. Let's look back. 17th should be Thomas Davis, and then Stephen Esney, who's having a great year points-wise. Fantastic job. I look for him to try to come out here late in the race. Here's another driver beside him, Robin Williams in the number 29 car. He's had some bad luck as of late, but a fantastic driver out on the track. And so get ready, guys. It's going to be fantastic. Our leader up here, Michael Conti, in the Abutu Chevrolet, getting ready for our restart here as we're heading into turn 3, getting ready to restart for the second time today.
This may sound a little bit weird, but Ray Alfala pitted again, so he's going to be going all the way to the back. All the way to the back. So,
yeah, he'll be starting in the rear of the field. And here it is, guys. Pit car getting ready to head down pit road. All eyes on Michael Conti for the restart.
Green flag,
green flag. Green. There he goes. The number 2 car out to a fantastic jump, but so does Justin Bolton. Justin right there with him, about 2 car lengths behind. Down on the inside, it's Malik Ray in the Snickers Toyota. Down here, to side-by-side battle between Kevin King and Malik Ray. And Malik Ray has the advantage for the moment. It's going to be hard if he tries to squeeze in there. There's no room. 9 goes up on the high side. He has the momentum. Can he pass Malik Ray?
King is not giving up on the high side. He's trying to make sure that he gets room into the train. Hopefully
fantastic job right there for Malik Ray to overtake the position. But guys, don't blink, because here comes Brandon Schmidt. Brandon just loses his momentum. He has Corey Vincent pushing on that back quarter panel. Extremely dangerous. That is, we've seen guys get spun out that way 100 times before. He does a fantastic job of making sure nobody gets hurt or spun out there. I didn't mean to say hurt, I meant to say hit. Side-by-side racing again with the number 11 car of Tyler Hill. He's up there with Patrick Crabtree. Patrick moving the wrong way. Patrick Crabtree in the number 7 machine. He's up on the high side of the 17 car of Michael J. Johnson. Here comes Stephen Esney and Thomas Davis as well.
Oh, Berg just cleared himself. That was close.
Woo! Extremely close racing here, guys. Extremely close racing. There comes our pole sitter in the number 32 machine, Benjamin Burmeister, and he is up there on the high side trying to make some ground. A fantastic run right here for the number 32. Here comes Thomas Davis now on the inside of Patrick Crabtree as he tries to make that bottom line work. We have two roses side-by-side racing right here, guys. Very exciting. Spin Esney now moving up here. Stevens in the 15th position trying to move up here with Michael Johnson. Thomas Davis still trying to get a pass. That's a great battle, guys. Right here, the 14 machine, Thomas Davis trying to get around Patrick Crabtree, and he doesn't do it. Here comes Patrick on a momentum push, and if you look right behind him, it's Ray Alfala who's already climbing up positions. This is going to be fun to watch. Watch Ray Alfala in this climb to the front.
Right. Guess who's back?
Yeah, no, he just passed Brian Day there in the number 25 machine, now making his way up to Patrick Crabtree. It's like, I mean, it's just a thrill watching this guy pass these cars. It's like they're standing still. Another great move right there by Ray Alfala. I don't know how he's going to be able to move up through this field, though. It's going to be tough, but he's doing it already. There's two positions in just one lap's time. He's got a tough little group of cars in front of him, though, some really fast drivers. Let's check out back to our leader, and we're about to have a battle for the lead, guys. Michael Conti with about a car length and a half, maybe 2 car lengths between him and Justin Bolton, and then another car length back to Malik Ray. This is a fantastic battle for the lead.
Trying to find some action on the track.
Boy, just fantastic racing all the way around. This battle up at the front really starting to get good. Justin Bolton is doing exactly what he needs to. Don't get too aggressive right now. Hang in that second place position. Oh, Justin Bolton going to lose position to Malik Ray possibly. Justin went high. Both Malik Ray and Michael Conti went down low, and that hurt. It's almost like the number 4 car just hit a wall of air, and it slowed him down enough for Malik Ray to make the pass. That also allowed the number 9 machine of Kevin King to make his way up right there with Justin, and this is a great 3-way battle now for second. Kevin King down on the inside of Justin Bolton, side-by-side racing here at Michigan International Raceway. I knew we were going to have good side-by-side racing. I didn't know we'd have it this good this early. Here comes Kevin King, guys. He's going to make his way successfully around Justin Bolton, but also here comes the 28 of Corey Vincent. Corey then on the inside in the Astro Chevrolet. He's pushing hard. He just can't quite get the momentum he needs. Justin Bolton now with a little bit of momentum on late exit here of turn 2. Hit the back straightaway. He's going to have the help from Kevin King and should have the pass of the 28 car, but somehow the 28 car has the momentum, and it looks like he'll get in front of Justin Bolton. Fantastic push and pull battle early in the race. Only lap 34 in this 100-lap race at Michigan. And already we've seen more good passes than we've seen in the past couple races. Kane, what do you have to say about what you've seen so far?
It's been good racing today. I've really been glad to see these guys run this good, clean race. We have had a couple cautions, but so for the most part, this racing's been exciting and clean.
It really has. I want to point out a car real quick. The number 16 machine in the Menard Chevy, Chris Overland. I haven't seen Chris run real hot lately, but all of a sudden he's found himself in the 9th position, and his car looks really, really good today, Kane. Chris started the day. He was all the way back in the 21st position. It's only lap 36. He's up in 9th, and he hasn't done it by any gimmicks. He's done it by just staying steady and moving up through the field slowly but surely. I like what he's doing.
Yeah, Chris is a super fast driver. He's got lots of speed. If I'm not mistaken, he won the Pro Series last fall, and that got him into the Peak Series.
All right, Malik Ray moved up. He's in the 2nd position. The Snickers Toyota is right there. He would love to get up here and have a one-on-one battle with Michael Conti, and that could happen real soon. Remember, guys, We'll have to keep an eye on our leaders here around lap 45. The fuel window opens up, and we should start to see some green flag stops. That will be very, very, very crucial in this race. You have to be able to pit well under the green flag here, and it's going to be very interesting to see how that happens. But a great push by Malik here, guys. He's looking really good. Could he have... Go ahead, Jordy.
Go ahead. They seem really even right now. It's pretty hard to tell who's the faster car at the moment, but they're both pushing really hard, and it's probably going to be good near the end because all cars are mostly equal at this track right now.
Yeah, it is fantastic racing right here. This front five look really, really good. Michael Conti just has a little wobble there on the back stretch. I wonder why he does that. I've noticed him doing that a couple times.
Oh, because so the guy in the back can't get his draft to push
too long.
Yeah.
I like that. Okay, that's what I thought, but I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, draft here is really severe, so it's always good to just move out the way for the guys.
Caution is out. Caution is out, and let's find out where the caution has happened.
Number 15 car, Justin Fuller, back in 27th position.
And let's get the race recall replay out to find out what happened to the number 15 machine of Justin Fuller. Very tough break for Justin. You heard it from Kane in the SMS audio Toyota. That is Justin Fuller. As we look at the race recall replay right here, guys, you see Justin Fuller coming around, and he's in the turn. There's no traffic around him. He wobbles, and then it's all she wrote. Overcorrect on trying to stabilize the car, and he spins out. But guys, new tires, and he will be fine. That's just a spin out. What that does happen is that allows everybody to come in under yellow, and they don't have to worry about the green flag stops just yet. So maybe a little bit of applause from some of the guys that didn't want to have to worry about green flag stops, but that does not help the top 5 leaders who were out there and had a nice little gap that they had worked on. So all that will be re-racked, and everybody will be tight in the field again. As we here on lap 40, we're only 10 away from the halfway point here at Michigan. And as we get ready to see who will decide to go into the pits, I'm sure we should see the majority, if not every car, go in for fresh tires and fuel. Now, Jordy, while the guys are getting ready, it looks like everybody will be going into the pits here. Tell us a little bit about what you know about the tire fall off here at Michigan.
The tire fall off here, I don't think that there is any, to be honest, because like it's a huge track and the turns are what's that word that I'm trying to look for? They are really steep in
high bank,
high bankings, yeah. And I don't think that they wear out that much here. And plus, and since the fuel is so short here, it doesn't affect it. But like tracks in like Dover where like you hit a lot of bumps and stuff like that, that affects the way the tires react with the new tire model. But here it shouldn't affect it, just like Pocono.
Absolutely, man. Thanks a lot, Jordy, for that information. And Michael Conti does win the race off of pit road, so he'll maintain his lead here at Michigan. Tell you what, though, that's a really good point, Jordy. I was thinking that they would last a little bit longer, but I was thinking, though, that after so long, they would start to wear down here just from the speeds that they carry. But I guess it's kind of like Talladega. With the high embankment, there are not a lot of force on the tires and the turns for grip. The grip is easily found here, so they're not laying a lot of rubber down. So that's good. Thanks for that input. That helps a lot. And tell you what, it's more of a fuel battle here then. And so just keeping the speed up for prolonged periods of time. I tell you what guys do have to look out for here is their car temp. If they get to running a really long time here and they're in the draft for quite a long time, they don't get out in air, that car can tend to overheat. They don't pay attention. Next thing you know, kaboom, engine blown, race over. We've seen it time and time again. Hopefully that won't happen today.
Hopefully not, because with this new tire model and this new build, like you're going so much faster now, and it's really hard to like keep up with like your engine and stuff. So it's really hard.
It is. There's not a really bright gauge of your temp gauge in the car. In fact, it's really hard to read on my screen, and I play on a 46-inch screen. So it's not the most easiest gauge to look at. It doesn't just pop up at you and say overheat. It's hard to keep track of when you're in the heat of a race.
Yes, sir.
I use an app on my Android that calls out if I'm getting hot, and I can preset it and things like that, and that does help. I think several people use those kinds of apps and iSpeed, stuff like that, to help out with those kinds of things.
That's a great point, Kane. I didn't think about that. I need to try one of those apps. I have everything I could need already. I just need to download it and try it.
Yeah, I'm sure it would work great on your Galaxy. Just dash meters, the one that I use, it's pretty inexpensive. It has all the meters and everything. Plus, a lot of the drivers use iSpeed to keep track of all the race information and data that iRacing provides, and use it to get those extra tenths.
Well, I tell you, that's one of my favorite things about iRacing is the telemetry data that they offer the drivers as well as the broadcast crew. It is very, very beneficial to increasing your speed, things that you can go back and study later. It's really, really helpful. And it's also helpful to us up here in the broadcast booth. It keeps us informed on everything around the track. I love the fact that every second I can look down. I know how fast these drivers are going. I know their exact lap times. I know everything I need to know about them to a certain point. Unfortunately, I don't get to see their pit times. I don't get to see their amount of pit stops. I don't get to see any of that information. But my good buddy, you get to sometimes.
Yeah, with the overlays I can bring up and see all the pit stop information, and I actually have been failing to bring that up so far in the broadcast, but now that you reminded me, I'll have to start bringing that up.
Yeah, we'll bring it up next time around, because in a half a lap's time, guys, we will be restarting, and we'll look at our SimInstruments restart board as we have Michael Conti and Corey Vincent in row 1. Row 2 will be Justin Bolton and Malik Ray. Kevin King and Greg McKinney in row 3. Starting in row 4 to be Brandon Schmidt and Brian Blackford. And row 5, Chris Overland and Benjamin Burmeister, pole sitter. In 11th will be Stephen Esney, Tyler Hill 12th. 13th, Jason Berg. Ray Alfala has made it up to 14th, and rounding out the top 15 is Casey Tucker. All eyes up front. The pace car makes its way around turn 4 as it ducks down to pit road. All eyes on Michael Conti in the Ubuntu Chevrolet to take us green for our third restart of the afternoon here on lap 44. Fantastic restart out there for Michael Conti, but a great 2x2 battle here in second. It's Corey Vincent and Malik Ray battling Malik on the high side. He gets up there with Justin Bolton, and this is a fantastic battle for position as the battle for fourth ensues. Here comes the Snickers Toyota Camry with a lot of momentum, using every bit of that draft off of Corey Vincent's Astro Chevy. Fantastic. Kevin King on the high side of the number 24 of Brian Blackford. Another side-by-side battle. A little bit loose right there from Greg McKinney. And Greg trying to hang on. He lost a position or two on the restart. Here comes Chris Overland on the high side trying to make his way around him. This could be a big move for Chris. Chris back in the ninth position. A little bump and run. Scary moment. He had a little bump on the back left quarter panel driver's side of the alignment struck part Chevy, and Greg McKinney probably sweating bullets right now.
Yeah, Chris Overland is not happy with that.
Woo, that was not good. In fact, it cost Chris Overland a spot, as that helped Steven Esney gain that spot. Here comes Chris Overland on the rebound, trying to get that spot back. Down on the inside, I don't know if he has the push to get it done in the Menard Chevy. It's going to be tough. Great side-by-side battle to scrabble Chevy up on the high lane, trying to make things happen. That number 8 looking really good here this season. He's had a fantastic run. Car's very close, and a great momentum push from the 16 of Chris Overland. Chris will take the spot as he runs in 9th. Down on the bottom of the battle between Esney and Burmeister, it's Burmeister down on the inside in the old Ford Fusion there, the number 32 machine, looking good with the lime green wheels.
It's not looking good for Steven. He's getting trained really bad.
He is, and I tell you what, he's got a really fast car right behind him in Ray Alfalla in that number 1 Ford Fusion, and he is coming up in a hurry. Maybe he can help push Esney along a little bit. Something's got to give. I tell you what, Patrick Crabtree coming up in this field as well. Boy, 3 wide here in Michigan International Raceway, guys. The 13 of our good old friend Casey Tucker. And here comes Ray Alfalla on the inside of Casey. And Casey has a nice push there in his Morgan Ford Fusion.
Ray Alfalla is not waiting any longer. He says, I'm just going to make my move and get to the front as fast as possible now. There's no time to wait now. It's time to make the moves.
And he is doing a fantastic job right now. He is moving quite nicely. There you see him in front of Esney, and now looking ahead to Benjamin Burmeister, who does round out our top 10 here at lap 48 of 100.
Yeah, I keep thinking that one of these cars is going to get on Alfalla's bumper and say, you know what, I'm following him through. But I just don't see it. I just don't think they can keep up.
I think you're right, Kane. I think that they just can't keep up. He's got too much speed in that car today. And there you see him, Benjamin.
Yeah, he just let him by. He just said, you know what, go ahead, take it. You're way faster than me.
So Ray Alfalla moves up into the top 10 again, and this is what it's all about, a very fast car. Now let's check in on leader Michael Conti. He's got about a 4 or 5 car length advantage. Nah, maybe not that much. Yeah, maybe about that much. Between him and second place car Malik Ray, and third it's Kevin King right there, followed by Justin Bolton and Corey Vincent is your top 5 right now, as we're at the official halfway point. And a great battle for Kevin King down on the inside of Malik Ray. Can the number 9 car make the pass? He's got a great momentum push, but here comes Malik Ray. Here's 2 side-by-side cars battling for second. Could there be contact on the backstretch? There's none. And Kevin King in second place for the first time today.
Wow, that was a pretty solid pass by Kevin King there. I don't know how he made it stick, but that was really a good pass.
Yeah, I don't know how he did it, but the Cooper Standard Chevy S made a fantastic move on Malik Ray, and somehow he's been able to hold the position, and a fantastic job. That shows that car has a lot of power, a lot more speed than we thought it did, because I thought he was going to make the pass, but then would lose it on the rebound, and he stuck it in. You're absolutely right. That was a beautiful pass for position.
Kevin King looking for redemption this week, as his first Wednesday night broadcast race last week ended in disaster. So he's really looking to have a good showing here tonight, and so far that is exactly what he's doing, up in the second spot.
Yeah, his race last week didn't go quite as planned as he wanted to kick off his debut on our broadcast each week, but definitely rebounded nicely this week. Check out Ray Alfalla. He's trying to get around Chris Overland right now. Chris doing all he can to keep the 1 car in the rearview mirror, guys.
And Connie's still leading. Wow. It bothers me how consistent he gets when he's leading. Like, he doesn't, like, feel the pressure at all. He just runs his own race when he leads.
Yeah, he's
incredible.
When he's in fresh air, he's a different beast. It's amazing what he does at light. Here comes Ray Alfalla on the high side. He will get Chris Overland. So now Ray Alfalla up into the 9th position, guys.
And that's where Ray Alfalla seems like he is best. Conti does great in fresh air. Ray Alfalla, he is a beast when it comes to going through traffic. Some of the moves he makes is just unbelievable.
Well, here goes one right now on Greg McKinney, guys.
He is a 2-time champion.
Yeah, I just don't understand how Rafala does it. I just don't. He fights traffic like it's nothing.
Right now, he's fixing to chew Greg McKinney, and here he comes right now up on the Alliance Truck Park Chevy, and a beautiful pass there as Greg kind of has to secede the position, but he's also going to lose because Chris Overland's going to follow Ray Alfalla right past, so not one but two positions drop for Greg McKinney. He'll drop down to 10th position, and Ray Alfalla will move up another one as he's now in 8th place, and Ray is looking fantastic. But
I was
guys,
thinking Chris might be fast enough.
Long way to get to the first place. Go ahead, buddy. Sorry.
I was thinking Chris Overland might be fast enough to get on the bumper of Ray Alfalla and follow him through, but Ray's really already pulling away from Chris.
Yeah, I think that he is fast enough to do it, but it's really hard for him to hang on right now. He is hanging on for the moment. Yeah, he's looking really loose coming out of turn 2. I don't know if you guys have noticed that.
Yeah, I saw that.
If there's a lot of turbulent air or something that's bothering that Menard Chevy, but it does not look very stable right now. I bet he's fighting that wheel to keep the car stable. Next on the list for Ray Alfalla is Brian Blackford up in the 7th position, and the number 24 Ford Fusion up there is kind of shaking. He sees the number 1 back there. A little ways back, but right now Brian Blackford, we haven't mentioned much about him. He's looking really good. He's in 7th. He looks ahead to Brandon Schmidt in 6th, and once you get up there to 6th, that's where this front racing starts to happen. Because once you get up there, all he's got to do, he's got 3 close cars in: Brandon Schmidt, Corey Vincent, and Justin Bolton. Corey with a nice pass on Justin just a minute ago. Just this lap, it just happened. So the 28 car moves up into 4th, and the Astro Chevy SS on his way to try to catch Malik Gray up here. Guys, they're not that far away from Malik Gray, Kevin, and our leader, Michael Conti.
I think King is actually getting closer and closer to Michael Conti as laps go by. So, I don't know. This should be pretty interesting.
Now, guys, as we have been on a nice little green run here for several laps, I'm trying to remember our last pit stop was at lap 45, I think.
I can tell you right now. Yeah, they pitted like lap 42, so they should be pitting in about laps 62 or 72.
Yeah, around lap, we'll just call it around lap 70 we should start to see. So in about 12 laps time, if things stay green, we should start to see the green flag stops take place. And I think right now, Malik Ray is looking like he's kind of trying to hone in on Kevin King, guys.
He looks a lot better in the center right now than King, but he just can't get that run off.
Well, one of the things that I talked about earlier and we haven't had a chance to see yet, and we start to see it now, is whose car is set up for the long run. And I think we're starting to see some of the cars that perhaps set up for that long run. Malik may be one of those cars. His car is starting to look really good. He's very stable throughout the track. He looks like he's on a zip line right now. Car not moving, wobbling at all. Looks very fast at the moment. Kevin King now right there with Michael Conti, guys.
This is good.
This is fixing to get really, really good. You have a fast Malik Ray. He's looking at Kevin.
Is he gonna get the run?
Kevin's looking at Michael, and it looks like he wants the run. He just can't quite get it yet. But like I said, his car definitely looks like it's set up for the long run. Keep your eye on Malik. He is right there at Kevin King's bumper.
There he goes.
Here he comes on the inside, guys. As we head towards the start-finish line, it's going to be Kevin King to the line, but heading into turn 1, this could be Malik Ray's pass. Also, they're just chewing away at leader Michael Conti. It looked like they were going to get him. Malik had it. He had it, but a great defensive move by Kevin King, and that saved his 2nd place. He dropped down just at the right time. It didn't look like a direct block, but it was just the right move. It was just enough to disrupt Malik Ray's run on that line, and that slowed him up enough to where he was able to hold on, and it worked out beautifully. Great move, Kevin.
Yeah, it's just a drive off that Kevin King gets, that he is really able to just like stay in P2 right now. He's not that fast, but he's fast enough to keep his position, which is a good thing.
Yeah, he's driving very smart right now. Lap 62 of 100, and right now Michael Conti, the most dominant racer to this point. Remember the fake out on pit road that pushed Ray Alfala eventually all the way to 29th position. Ray is now 6th place, guys, as he has passed Brandon Schmidt and now looks ahead to the number 28 machine of Corey Vincent, as he would love to crack into this top 5.
I think Ray got him. I mean, off of turn 2. I mean, the 5 car. The 5
Malik
car.
Ray right here, guys, is pushing, and now with
King.
the break-in draft, this could help out Malik, but he cannot get what he wants yet. He's going to have to wait. He gets right on the bumper of Kevin King here. Tell you what,
He got loose.
Kevin King deserves all the credit in the world right now. Malik Ray is really, really driving good right now, but he doesn't seem he's making it look tough because he's holding his position perfect. The number 9 car is just driving very smart right now.
Guys, about the cliff thing that I said earlier, I just got word that these guys are possibly hitting it. Possibly, because they were running 0.1s, 0.2s, now they're hitting 0.4s. So there's definitely a fall off, but I'm not sure it's to the cliff fall off.
Gotcha. Talking about tire fall off?
Yes.
Gotcha. So there's your word from Jordy right there. Malik had a look down on the inside. He just doesn't seem to get the momentum he needs.
That's the thing about this track. You really need that runoff to make a pass. If you don't, it's not going to work.
In the meantime, Michael Conti's starting to ride off from this, guys. Michael Conti loves seeing these two battle back there because it's starting to help him kind of break away.
And it's like Conti is not changing his line either.
Jordy, Ray is right on Corey Vincent's bumper, and here he goes.
Oh, my God. Just so on by. It's over.
Well, I've seen him. I mean, seriously, 3 laps ago, there was about 8 car lengths between the two. I looked back just to check on it, and he's already on his bumper, and before I can finish the sentence, the pass is complete.
Oh, King just hit the wall for 2.
Oh, no. Kevin King, guys, 2nd place car. That will cost him the position because here comes Malik Ray and Justin Bolton as well. Now, can Justin complete the pass? He's down on the inside. It looks like he's got it, and he does. Tough break for the Cooper Standard Chevrolet. A very tough move to swallow from Kevin King. Kevin tapped the wall there, and it hurt. 2 positions worth right there. That hurts because all that work.
Yeah, so the tap wasn't too bad. It's just the momentum that it killed, and having to let off the gas just that second, it allowed those 2 cars to get on by.
And here comes Ray Alfala, guys. He is not far away from Kevin King now. Ray Alfala has rejoined the top 5, and this is where it gets good. We're on lap 67 of 100. Green flag stops are in the near future. This is really starting to become a fantastic race.
Ray Alfala has been faster than all 4 of the guys in front of him right now, so he's definitely possibly can make a pass on all 4 of them.
3 wide, just a few cars back. It's Chris Overland and Brandon Schmidt with he gets loose. It's going to be the 3-car Brandon Schmidt up into the wall. It will not bring the caution out, guys. This is huge.
Wow.
What a save by Brandon Schmidt. But guys, I hate to say it because that right there, that save that he did will not bring the caution out, and that's going to hurt him.
He hit the wall hard. He just tried to steer right, and it just overcorrected real fast on him.
Guys, we just had a change for the lead. Right there, Malik Ray has passed Michael Conti for the lead.
Yep.
Can we get a race recall replay on that lead pass? That was fantastic. I switched right at the end of it, and it was just absolutely beautiful. something had to have happened to Michael Conti for Malik to make that pass like that. Malik was right there. He cuts down on the inside. He's got the momentum. Does the 2-car get up into the wall? I think it may have tapped. No, it didn't. It didn't tap the safer barrier. He's fine. It was just an absolute beautiful pass down on the inside by Malik Ray. Fantastic job.
As you said, they have
guys,
a really
hold on.
good
Here
long run
comes.
setup.
Sorry, buddy. But here's Justin Bolton. He could put Michael Conti another position back. And here comes Ray Alfala.
Oh, he is not going to let him buy Connie because they are about to hit pit cycle. And I think Connie's pitting. Yep, I knew it.
So Michael Conti, one of the first ones we see go into the green flag stops. In the meantime, Ray Alfala right there with Justin Bolton. Now side by side. The battle has presumed, and it will be Ray Alfala with the move. I mean, these passes are so unreal. He passes them so quickly. So Ray Alfala has moved into the second position, but wait, guys, on the rebound, it's the Best Western Chevrolet coming up and past Ray Alfala. A beautiful job by Justin Bolton, and he can't hold it. As he got ready to turn into turn 3, he lost the momentum that he needed to maintain, and that will give Ray Alfala the position back. Now
there
Malik
goes
Ray,
the 5-car pitting.
yeah, the
Smart
5-car,
move.
as well as Justin Bolton. Ooh, Justin Bolton and Steven Azzini both swirling tires to try to get down to pit speed. And got to be careful. A speeding penalty can be devastational at this moment in time. So, guys, right now, cars in the pits. Ray Alfala has yet to pit. Now is the official leader. Maybe Kane can give us a little bit of some updates on what's going on the pits, buddy.
Well, Malik Ray's in the lane right now. 14.6 second pit stop from Malik Ray. Steve Azzini's in, or Azzini, sorry. Tyler Hill, Greg McKinney, Michael Johnson, Ray Alfala's now in. Casey Tucker. Let's take a look at Mike Conti's pit time.
Oh, there goes Connie on the backstretch, and he's going by Malik Ray. But he's right behind Connie right now, so this is really close.
Ray Alfala went in for a very quick pit. He's in and out.
Yeah, 7.9 seconds for Ray Alfala. Everybody else was in 14, 15 seconds.
Yeah, he just got 2 tires there.
Ray Alfala took 2 tires?
Yep.
Wow, smart. It's really smart.
He already had plenty of speed, so we'll see how it pays off. That should put him in the lead.
But the thing with 2 tires is, with this new tire model, is that it can last, but it will hit the cliff a lot faster than 4 tires. That's a problem.
Of course, oh yeah. And let's see how the field lines out. We do have a new leader, guys. It's the 31 car of Kyle McCormick. And the Target Chevy in the lead. And right now he's hanging on there in that number 31 machine. Side by side to the start-finish line. It wasn't for position, but we don't care. Boy, look at the fresh tires. They are so much faster. You see right there the Kyle McCormick really slow compared to the fresh tires of Ryan Lowe, Michael Johnson, and Greg McKinney there.
Yeah, that's really bad because if he stays out for a long period of time, he can lose a lot of time on the leaders.
Yeah,
and you really don't want that.
Yeah, because here comes another one. It's the number 27 machine of Jason Berg. And another case in point right there. He makes another, loses another position. It's not a position, but he's losing a lot of time out there. So, guys, Ray Alfala with about a 5-second lead over Michael Conti. That's huge, guys.
Yes, it is. And if I was Ray Alfala, I'd hope for a caution because he's not going to be able to keep those 2 tires working for long. Because Connie is 2 to 3 times faster right now. That last lap by, so they're going to catch him soon.
Yeah, it makes you wonder if he was just planning, but we only have 24 laps remaining, guys. So, I mean, he has a big lead, but like you said, can he hold it for that long? 24 laps is a long time, and I don't see the caution coming out anytime soon. These cars are pretty spread out. Well, back here we got a great battle for what potentially would be second place. It's 5th and 6th right now. It's Malik Ray and Michael Connie. These two having a fantastic battle for what would potentially be second place once Kyle McCormick, EJ O'Rourke, and Timu Ivanen pit. Timu Ivanen is the official leader at the moment, but I think he's in the pits, or heading to the pits one. Nope, he's still out leading this thing, but he's going to have to pit here soon. Ray Alfala still hanging in there, but you're right. It's starting to close up. The gap's starting to close up. Malik Ray is pushing Michael Connie hard, and these two are moving up the field really fast.
Yeah, 2 tires was a really bad call for Alfala since he was already in the top 5 as it was. So I think this wasn't a good gamble for him if this goes out green.
Here comes it. Caution has come out. So we're going to eat our words as Ray Alfala gets the call he needed. And that is going to make him look like a genius. The caution
Wow.
waves here on lap 78 of 100. And for the 5th time today, or 4th time. 5th time, I think. 5th caution, guys, or 4th? 4th sounds good. 4th caution. I think it's the 4th. Oh, we'll have to get a race recall replay and find out what happened to Chris. And I hate to hear that for Chris Overland. He needed a good day. He's kind of had some rough luck as of late. Well, as we look at the race recall replay, the number 16 car is coming out of turn number 2, guys, as he enters the backstretch. The 11 car of Tyler Hill taps that driver back quarter panel, and that sends her out wide. That's all she wrote. Luckily, no major damage to the car. He just can put some new tires, and Chris should be able to rebound okay off that one. So very fortunate. That could have been a lot worse. And an apology there up in the comment section from Tyler Hill. He said he was on the brakes. He did not hit him intentionally. And so things happen out there. And as you see right now, Chris Overland is heading down the pits. How about this? The official leader at the moment is Stephen Esney.
If he's staying out, it would actually be a really smart call, considering that they only ran like 5 laps on tires.
Oh, yeah. So, now here's the thing, though. Has Stephen already pit?
Yeah.
Well, he pitted 7 laps ago or so.
Okay.
Lap 74, I think it was.
Okay, so Steven is going to stay out according to what we're seeing right now.
As we seen last week, he and Patrick stayed out late in the race like this, and it paid off.
And it paid off. Ryan Lowe won the race because of it. That was fantastic. Ryan Lowe stayed out. He was in the back of the field, and he stayed out, and he basically needed caution, caution, caution to win the race because he was going to be smoked by the fresh tires at Pocono. And he got caution, 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 and won the race. It was unbelievable. It was one of those gambles you have like a 5% chance of winning, and he pulled it off. Lady Luck was on his side, and it was out of this world, just out of this world lucky. But a fantastic job there by him. Good call.
Well, as we've got Patrick Crabtree and Steve Esney up front like this, let's talk about the points battle for a minute. Right now we've got Patrick Crabtree is still leading the points. He's spread it out about 400 or so, 400 or more points in the lead now. Steve Esney took over the 2nd spot and knocked Jordy Lopez down into 3rd last week. And
sorry, Jordy.
Yeah, it's all good. Just a really bad week in Pocono. I really couldn't do anything. Just got wrecked out of all 3, so it's bad.
It happens, buddy. Go ahead, Kane.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Pocono definitely a tough week for Jordy there. Knocked him down into 3rd place, but Steve Esney's been having a really good few weeks. I'd say the last 3 he's been really, really strong, and with that lucky finish he had last week, well, some might call it lucky, I call it good strategy. But finishing in the top 4 with a broke, beat-up car last week. That was fantastic.
That was an awesome call late in the race. And all he did was give you, I mean, you got to give yourself a chance. And that's all he did. He gave himself a chance. And it paid off.
Yeah, we were talking a little earlier about the PSRG guys and how great they've been doing the last few weeks. And they have been really fast the last few weeks. And we're seeing it not so much here in Michigan today. They've not been doing as well as they have on past tracks, but now they've got the track position that they've needed all day long. We'll have to see how they do now that they've got good track position. They are on semi-old tires though, so we'll have to keep that and take that into consideration.
Well, guys, we are officially starting lap 82 of 100, so we are less than 20 laps to go here. So we're gonna do kind of our 20 to go recap of the race. For those of you that may have joined us late, our pole sitter today was Mr. Benjamin Burmeister. We also wished a happy birthday to EJ O'Rourke today, as he is on the track in the number 21 gmercer.com car. We want to wish him a happy birthday. And then it's been pretty much the Michael Conti show for most of the race. He has led the most laps to this point. And then we've seen Ray Alfalla get up there with an extremely fast car. He's had some very, very unfortunate pit stop where everybody kind of tricked him and he went into the pits first and everybody else decided not to go. And it pushed him back. It would eventually be back to 29th after other incidents. And he pushed himself all the way back through the field, all the way back to the lead. And then on the last pit stop we had before this, on green flag stops, he just chose to take 2 tires and went back out. He had a 5-second lead, but was very slow compared to the 4-tire cars of Malik Ray and Michael Conti. And he needed a pit to come, a yell at a wave, and it did. And that's where we are to this point. Our leader right now, Stephen Esney, with Patrick Crabtree on the outside. Of course, Kane just brought us up to date with the point standings. We are half a lap to green, guys, and what could be another fantastic finish here at Michigan International Raceway. Here we are, getting ready for a restart.
This is going to be really interesting because there's 3 cars up front that took 2 tires, so it's going to be a whole mumbo jumbo of people stayed out, 2 tires and 4 tires.
Yeah, it's going to be really fun to see. I'm going to try to keep my eyes on Malik Ray up there on the high side, as well as Justin Bolton. Both these guys really fast. Also, the pairing to watch is going to be Ray Alfalla with Michael Conti right there. The pace car is in. All eyes on Stephen Esney in the Scrabble Chevrolet.
Oh, and the 5 car gets a good jump.
Oh, man, what a jump. Yellow immediately out. And it's going to be Timu Ivanen involved and a few others. Let's find out exactly what happened. We're going to have to go to the race recall replay. And Ray Alfalla got contact. What will that do to his race chances there? I think he's okay. He got into Justin Bolton. They both were turned around sideways. And let's see exactly how bad it is. Jordy, what do you think? I think they're okay, but that definitely hurts.
Ray Alfalla has some rear end damage, but it should be okay. I mean, it's like, just like I said, it's going to be crazy because you have people with old tires and they spun tires on restart. Ray Alfalla tried to take advantage of it. He just couldn't fit in where he was trying to go, and big crash.
Okay, if Old Lady Luck helps out Patrick Crabtree, Stephen Esney 2 weeks in a row, this will be insane, guys. Stephen Esney still out in the lead.
I hope this goes all green so it wouldn't happen.
I'm just saying, we saw it last week. We thought there was no way we could see cautions to the end, and we did. But I think we're too far away for that to happen. I think these guys will straighten it up this time, and we'll have a great green flag finish.
Yeah.
In fact, we should see how they line up here in just a moment. All these drivers are doing is making sure we get on edge because we want to see this thing get to a finish. They're just stretching it out.
Oh, man.
Building up the anticipation, I tell you what. I do want to thank all of our fantastic sponsors that sponsor our show each and every week for the NASCAR iRacing Series Top Split here in the Open Series. I want to thank our good friends over at Get Dirty MX for always being by our side. They've been just a fantastic sponsor. I also want to thank SimInstruments as well, as they're always a good sponsor with us as well. They have some fantastic products out there. And then always want to also thank, we're always in high definition, and also brought to you that by our fabulous cameras from TrakRacer. And that's why we bring you our wonderful replays, them as well as Canecraft with his super replay skills there, buddy. And tell you what, it's just been a thrill having them all by our side through this halfway point in the season. In fact, we're a little over halfway here in the Open Series, guys. We don't quite go the full length of the real NASCAR season. We're going to end a little bit early, and there's no need to fear because the broadcast will still be here, because we're going to finish out the remainder of the year over on the fixed series. So that'll be fun, and it's going to be just a great finish here in the Open. I tell you what, we still got plenty of racing left to do in this season. Jordy, I know that you know that, buddy, and we really look forward to seeing you get back out on the track. And next week, as these things are going to be getting real hot, I think we hit a little road course next week.
I don't like that track.
I can't wait. I absolutely love Sonoma. Watching these guys on Sonoma is going to be very exciting.
It just, I just don't like the bumps and.
It's so
it's
hard.
a nightmare. It's a nightmare.
There's not a lot of traction there, and you can't see half the track because the elevations. It's crazy. It's definitely a tough track.
I got a feeling we'll see a lot of guest drivers next week. Those guys that tend to love road courses, and they do an exceptional job in them. And some guys just have an awful time with them, and so it's going to be a true fun event to watch. Watkins Glen is a road course, but it's so I don't know. More people can drive the Glen than can drive Sonoma. Sonoma's a different challenge in these stock cars. It is just unbelievably difficult and extremely fun to watch. It's a slower track than the Glen. The Glen's fast. It's a fast track, and it's not as bumpy. It doesn't have as much elevation change. The undulation of the track isn't as extreme as out west in Sonoma. So you're not going to want to miss next week, guys. But I tell you what, we've got a heck of a race on our hands right here at Michigan. This has been just a phenomenal race. Stephen Esney out front. It's lap 86. And I'm here to tell you, we've still got another pace lap because the lights on the pace car, unfortunately, are still on. So we will not be restarting this lap. We'll be restarting on lap 88. So that is where we're scheduled to restart at the moment. So that is very interesting. I will go ahead and read our starting order in just a second. But I tell you what, you got to give it up for Stephen Esney and Patrick Crabtree making that call to stay out here. That's pretty cool stuff.
Yes, it is. I have some. If Malik Ray, if this thing goes all green, I feel like he would be in the best position, considering that he can just pass people on the outside with those right sides. So he's in the best position right now to do anything.
Well, I tell you what, let's take a look as we are one to go here in our race. One till green on lap 87 here. Stephen Esney is in the lead, and he's on the inside of row 1, not 01. He's on the inside of row 1 with Patrick Crabtree on the outside. Row 2 will be Brian Blackford and Michael Johnson. Starting in the third row will be Malik Ray and Jason Berg. In the fourth row, Tyler Hill and Michael Conti. In the fifth row, Casey Tucker and Corey Vincent rounding out the top 10. 11th, Timu Ivanen and Kyle McCormick. Benjamin Burmeister 13th, Greg McKinney 14th. Rounding out the top 15 on the restart will be Ryan Lowe. 16th, how about Robin Williams, EJ O'Rourke, the birthday boy, in 17th. Chris Overland in 18th, Thomas Davis in 19th, and rounding out the top 20 in the Wahoo Motorsports Chevy, Brandon Coppinger. And I tell you what, guys, this is what it's all about all eyes on Stephen Esney as the pace car gets ready to head down to the pits. I can't wait for our 5th restart of the day.
Yes. This is going to be really interesting now.
All right, guys, here we go. All eyes on Stephen Esney. Pace car is in. Green flags in the air. And here we go. It's all up to Steve to take the field to green. A great jump by the 24 down on the inside. And a good job. That's Ryan Blackford. He'll move up into the second position. We're 4 wide here at Michigan. And somehow we remain safe. How did that happen?
Oh, look at Casey Tucker making the outside line work. Where'd he come from?
Yeah, Casey Tucker looking. Caution is out, guys, but Casey moved up a couple spots, but will it count? He was ahead of the 17, I think. That would put him in 4th place or 5th place, guys. 5th place if that stands. Now let me check in with Kane and see what happened. Why is the caution out? Oh, Brandon Coppinger involved too, buddy, I believe. Yeah, here we go. The number 19 of Greg McKinney. Oh, Benjamin Burmeister, Kane, is where it started. Yeah, that's going to be our pole sitter in the number 32 machine. That's Benjamin Burmeister, guys, riding right there by Greg McKinney. As you watch the race recall replay, notice that the 32 of Benjamin Burmeister hits the what? That back left driver quarter panel we've talked about all race long. And when he does, it doesn't spin out Timu, it spins out himself. And unfortunately, headfirst into the wall in an extremely hard hit from Greg McKinney there. And that also gets Robin Williams into some contact, as well as the Wahoo Motorsports machine of Brandon Coppinger. Tough accident this late in the race. I hate to see that.
Man, let this thing go green, please.
Well, it's starting to look really nice for Stephen Esney. He is up there doing the turkey dance in the driver's seat, hoping that he gets one more caution, because right now he has the older tires and he's in the lead and he's doing fantastic on these restarts. Can he do it just a little bit longer? Only time will tell. I tell you what he does have to worry about. Malik Ray is right now listed in 4th, guys, and he's just in that zone that he can jump up there and get in the lead. And I mean, seriously, if he gets a good enough restart in half a lap's time. Look what happened to Casey Tucker. Now, Casey I thought would be in 5th. They put him in 6th. Somehow, Malik Ray was listed ahead of Casey Tucker. Now, I thought he was behind him. Maybe I'm mistaken. But Casey had that killer run on the high side.
Yes, he did. I don't know where he came from. I thought he started in the top 15, somewhere around there, and he just came up out of nowhere and getting his P6 right now. That was a great move by Casey Tucker.
Yeah, fantastic. Haven't talked enough about Casey Tucker today. He's had a really good car. The Morgan Ford Fusion has been fantastic. New paint scheme from Casey today, and trying to do good representing for them, and hope he ends up well. He's right outside the top 5 at the moment. A fantastic race to this point. The Abutu Chevy, though, right there, not far behind him, right there, that's Michael Conti, the big guy of the race, who has led the most laps today, and we'll have to check in to see how this thing ends. If it can stay green once we go green again for the remainder of the race, it's going to be a heck of a finish, guys. I'm talking about a heck of a finish. Unfortunately for Ray Alfala, not what he wanted to happen when he got spun out just a few laps ago on our last caution. I'm trying to check in on and see where he is at. He's listed in 18th. Right now. I know he just went and put fresh tires on, I believe, guys.
Yeah, he's went and got fresh tires. He's got one last shot to get through this field. Find himself back in 21st position, so he's got a ways to go to get through this field, but 10 laps to do it, so he wanted a good set of tires.
Well, we know we're going to have
Back
at the
in the
most.
pits, looking to get a little bit of repairs.
Yeah, he's going to need all the help he can get, Kane. We're only going to have about 8 laps, maybe 9 if we can get going next time by. But not many laps left in this bad boy. He's going to have to get through the field pretty quick. Not to say that it can happen, because Lord knows we've seen it all. I mean, anything's possible.
Killed some serious time by forgetting to turn off the tire change.
Oh, man.
Man, pace laps here so bad.
Yeah, they take up a little bit of time, don't they?
Man, like, I love this track, but the pacing is horrible. So slow. It's like 2 minutes a lap, almost.
All it does is build up the intensity for our final here. It just keeps building up the intensity for the finish. And I tell you what, it's going to be a heck of a finish. I wouldn't be surprised to see 3-4 wide on this restart again. I just hope that they can keep it safe this time and we don't have another caution, because we don't want to get another caution. It might be our race if it comes late in this run. Well, guys, the pace laps are almost over. The lights are off on the pace car, and that means we will be going to green, as we will go to green on lap 93. So that'll give us, a good 7-8 laps to the finish. That is enough laps to get some things done if we stay green. This is what it's all about, guys. We got a big chance for Malik Ray. Casey Tucker, how about him right there in 6th? Don't forget Michael Conti, the most dominant car of the day. He's right there, going to restart in 8th. In fact, here, let me do a quick rundown. Stephen Esney, Brian Blackford in row 1, Patrick Crabtree, Malik Ray in row 2. Row 3 will be Michael Johnson and Casey Tucker. Tyler Hill, Michael Conti, row 4. And row 5, Jason Bird, Kyle McCormick, Corey Vincent, and Chris Overland in row 6. Row 7, Robin Williams, Ryan Lowe. Row 8, Thomas Davis and E.J. O'Rourke. Let's get this thing restarted. All eyes are on the pace car as Stephen Esney gets ready to take us to green, and this could be the final run of our race. Here we are coming out of turn 4. Pace car getting ready to duck down to the inside. This is the most important restart of the day. Here comes the pace car. It's down to pit road. All eyes on Stephen Esney as green, and a great jump from Stephen Esney. And here they come, guys. Up on the high side, there's Casey Tucker.
Malik with a block.
Great run on the high side from Casey Tucker. Again, beautiful job by the number 13 machine here. 24 and 7 make contact. Patrick Crabtree, that could have been huge. And great job by keeping it safe from Patrick Crabtree. Brian Blackford is going to be the beneficiary. The number 24 has to be the favorite at this point. The 24 car just can't get around Stephen Esney with a beautiful job defending right there. Malik Ray and Michael Conti looking extremely fast right now. Here we are, lap 94 of 100. And the car, guys, I think they're going to get eat up by these fresh tires if we stay green. These guys know they have to get up there in a hurry because a caution can come at any time. Here's Malik Ray in 3rd, Michael Conti in 4th. And this is what it's all about. I'm surprised at how long Stephen Esney has been able to hold off this 24 car. There he goes, right down on the inside. It's Brian Blackford in the.
Is he going to make it stick?
Oh, here comes it.
He made it stick.
He did for a moment, but here comes on the inside. Is it going to try to make it squeeze? We have contact, and it's going to be huge. Michael Conti down to the inside. He finds a lip of grass, but keeps it safe. 3 wide. And we're just off the apron, guys. 4 wide for the lead. Can you believe this? The 24 car in there, but here comes Malik Ray. He does have the pressure tires up on the high side. being pushed by Stephen Esney down the backstretch, the 24 on the inside. Here comes Casey Tucker as well. 3 wide down the backstretch on lap 95 of 100. This race is going to get crazy in a hurry because here's Michael Conti going to try to squeeze up the middle, can't find the room. Here he comes, guys, going to race to the finish line, and
that's
that
what I'm
is
talking
close.
about, Malik. Keep it high, keep it high, keep it high, Malik.
Malik Ray, this is unbelievable. You got to wonder how long can this last with this tension. A very close moment between Stephen
Connie with the run.
Here he comes down the inside right now. A close bump from the 24 car, and that is going to hurt 24. Brian Blackford going to lose the position down on the inside. It's going to be Michael Conti makes a move, a bump and run. The contact is made, and here comes Casey Tucker down on the inside. Casey going to try to make the pass for the lead, and here he comes, the wreck up into the wall is Brian Blackford. He's going to be okay, but that will not bring out the caution. That's huge news because right now Casey Tucker has the lead. But here comes Michael Conti now back and forth. The 13 car maintained. 97 of 100, guys. We have 3 laps to go in this race at Michigan.
Woo!
Who wanted to race?
Steven's taking him to the apron.
All right, guys, here it comes now. The number 2 in the Obutu Chevrolet. Here he comes. He's got a little bit of a run now on this Ford Fusion. Can he get the run he needs? Because, guys, guess what? It's lap 98 of 100. Only a handful of turns remain here. And down on the inside, here he comes, the most dominant car all day long. Michael Conti.
He makes a stick.
Oh no,
wow.
he doesn't. He's fighting he's fighting for life, and he has it. What a run right there from Casey
I will pinch high, pinch high, pinch high.
Casey Tucker fighting for life right now with Michael Conti, the battle of the season right here for the win. This is unbelievable. Caution comes out. The race is over at any moment. This is crazy. Great pass by Michael Conti right there, but I tell you what, I don't think Casey's done. No, he's not. Here comes Casey down on the inside. He makes the pass, and he makes it stick for the moment. But I tell you what, on the rebound, can Casey keep that Obutu in the rear view? I don't know if he can do it, guys. The white flag will be out this time by.
Oh, he is waiting for that white flag, Connie, to make his move. Smart. That's really smart.
Unbelievable. But is it smart if we get a wreck right now? The caution comes out, and it's Michael Conti who waited too late. What will happen here on the final lap? The white flag is out, and here comes Michael Conti on the high side.
There is a battle for P3, too. Oh, man, this is great.
Great battle right there with Malik Ray and company, but a great move by Casey Tucker to get ahead of Michael Conti. He's going to lead it through 1 and 2. Here we come to the backstretch, the most important part of the race, and Casey's trying to hold on for life, but here's a huge run from Michael Conti. It's going to come down to turns 3 and 4, and it looks like Michael Conti may have it. He has the push right now, but he can keep it through 3 and 4. It's going to be close.
Wow.
It's going to be Michael Conti who wins here at Michigan, and a wreck between, and it's Michael Conti who wins. Malik Ray wrecking across the finish line.
Finished P5, wow.
Finished 5th. There's cars spinning out everywhere. What a race here at Michigan, guys.
Wow. That was awesome.
Guys, I'm out of breath.
Yeah. Man, I don't know how you were able to commentate all of that action. Oh man,
that is JD, man. He is, when that action gets going, he gets going just as good.
I just get sucked into it, man, and that was a heck of a run from Michael Conti and Casey Tucker.
Wow.
Tear the checkered flag in half and give it to both. I'm telling you what, those two raced. Race of the year so far. That was incredible. We've seen Casey Tucker do this before, but I want to let Michael Conti enjoy his burnout. He well deserved. He has been by far the hottest racer these past few weeks in iRacing. I mean, he has just been unbelievably hot lately. He's been on fire, and a well-deserved win here at Michigan, and deserves a big congratulations. And but my God, Casey Tucker, tear the flag in half, Michael, and share it with Casey. He gave you every bit of battle. That adrenaline rush had to have been insane. Casey, I love the way he raced that. He didn't win, but he could have dive bombed on the last lap on the backstretch. He could have tried to block Michael Conti, but he didn't. He tried to race him on the high side, and it made it fantastic. It just happened to be that Michael Conti made the move at the right time, Jordy. You called it right, and it paid off with a victory. But Casey with a second-place finish, a beautiful race by him today. And Casey's car just got hot at the right time. We hadn't talked much about Casey Tucker all day, but he came across at the right time, guys, and it paid off nicely with a second-place finish and made one heck of a highlight reel. We've seen this from Casey Tucker before, guys. We've seen it. We saw it at the very first race before the official season started when we hosted the Daytona Shootout, and Casey Tucker won by 0.02 of a second. Just incredible. Never seen a race finish that close in sim racing before, and it was just an incredible win by Casey Tucker. We don't talk about it enough, really. But just a fantastic race here today. Let me go ahead and do a final rundown of how the guys finished this afternoon, guys. Just fantastic. I'm excited we get to come back to Michigan in a month or two. This was a great race. Jordy, we got to get you in here next time.
Yeah, it sucks that the race I missed is like the most epic race near the end.
That was awesome, man. This is how they finished, guys. Congratulations again to Michael Conti for a fantastic race today. He finishes in victory lane. Casey Tucker with a very close second-place finish. Kyle McCormick will get the third-place finish today, and a great job for him to salvage third after his day. Stephen Esney pays off late race heroics again. Good calls will help him in the points, guys. A fourth-place finish for Stephen. Malik Ray will come across in fifth place to round out our top 5 this week. Tyler Hill comes back up to the top 10 to finish in 6th. He disappeared early in the race. He did well at the beginning, but then fell to the back of the field and then worked his way back up to 6th. I like that. Ryan Lowe, another guy who comes up high late in the race, who finished 7th. Jason Berg finishes 8th. He kind of stayed up near the front towards most of the day. Thomas Davis, 9th place finish. Good job by him. Corey Vincent rounds out our top 10. 11th, Chris Overland. What a rebound, guys. Remember the spin out just a few cautions ago. Great rebound from Chris Overland. Michael Johnson will finish in the 12th position. Patrick Crabtree finishes 13th. EJ O'Rourke has a decent, nice little birthday, finishing in 14th today. And Timu Ivanen will finish 15th. Justin Bolton, unfortunately, finishes 16th after having a very strong car today. 17th is Jason Yacht. 18th is Kevin King. He had a good car today as well, guys. Robin Williams will finish in the 19th position, and rounding out our top 20, probably arguably the fastest car on the track today, Ray Alfala. 21st will go to Justin Fuller, who finished one lap down. Brian Blackford will finish the race in 22nd. And 23rd will go to Benjamin Burmeister, the pole sitter. Shane Daughtry will finish 24th. Brandon Coppinger, 25th. 26th goes to Greg McKinney. Brandon Schmidt will get 27th. Michael Guest will finish in the 28th position with the 29th spot going to Brian Day. Matt Spangler finished in the 30th position with Josh Fox in 31st. Alan Bowes finishes in the 32nd, and that rounds out our field today. Fantastic race, guys. It couldn't have ended much better than that. That is one heck of a race. That made a highlight reel. I promise you, you'll be seeing that finish for years to come on the highlight reel somewhere. That was fantastic.
That was definitely an action-packed finish. It just couldn't have got any more exciting than what they provided for us at the finish of Michigan.
Just really and truly a great race. I thought we were going to be plagued with late race cautions, and we saw back-to-back. I thought maybe we were going to have a repeat of Pocono. Instead, it turned around to be the best finish of the year so far. of the official season, at least. I would put that one right beside our finish that we had at the Daytona Shootout in preseason activities. Let's bring in a guy that had a fantastic race. That finish was breathtaking. Let's bring in Casey Tucker to have a couple words with him. Uh-oh. Hey, Casey. Welcome to the broadcast.
Sorry. I was talking to them up there.
I know, buddy. It's all right. That was insane. Tell us about that final run. First of all, before we get to the end of the race, let's talk about that restart that came right before the final caution. You came out of nowhere. You made the high side work, and you passed about 7 cars, buddy. Tell us what happened.
Oh yeah, that was just the big difference between fresh tires and old tires right there. The older tires, they were wheel spinning quite a bit on the restarts, and with the fresh ones, you didn't really get hardly any wheel spin, so you could just mat it down, and so it made it look like you had about 50 extra horsepower on the restarts. But it was awesome. The car was just insanely good too, so I could just run the outside through 1 and 2 and pass those guys with older tires.
Well, what a day to debut a new paint scheme, Casey. It was fantastic. Tell us about that finish. You are no stranger to these crazy finishes, man. We saw you in a race preseason at the Daytona Shootout, finished 0.02 of a second ahead to win that race. Here you are on the second place end, but a crazy race to the end with Michael Conti, the most dominant car of the day. Tell us about how hard it was battling there at the end.
Yeah, it was awesome. The car was insanely good, so I could do anything I wanted with it. I made a mistake there at the end that I should have taken some more fuel when in that last pit stop, and I tried to run it a little lighter on fuel to maybe tighten the car up for the short run, and it didn't actually work out. It was a little too tight there through 3 and 4. That's why he was killing me so bad. But yeah, it was just awesome. I can't thank the guys at PSRG, LDR enough, and Duval Designs and everything for putting the paint scheme on the car. That thing looked pretty good tonight. I wish I could have got the win with it, but it was definitely fast.
Unfortunately, the new paint job did not show on the broadcast. I refreshed, and as he was saying, yeah, as you were saying what the paint scheme was, I kept looking at it. It's last week's Duval's design scheme, so. Sometimes Trading Paints does that, and it's extra frustrating.
Yes.
Yeah, I can see it on the stream right now. I'm actually watching the stream. It's the blue, the white and blue.
That's the one.
Yeah, that's what it was supposed to be. Yeah, last week I ran the white and red. This one I got white and blue. It's the same paint scheme for more or less, but it's got a different color tint to it. And then I've got a few other ones that are flip flops of whatnot. And then I got a special one for Daytona. Y'all are just gonna have to wait to see.
Awesome. I'm glad it was the right one then.
Oh yeah, it was. It was the right one for sure.
Yeah, I was trying to call out his sponsor, but I didn't want to say anything.
Well, I tell you what, regardless of who's on the hood, it's the guy behind the wheel that did it tonight, brother. You did fantastic, Casey, and congratulations on a second-place finish. Really deserved to win that race, but I tell you what, second place will treat you well. Fantastic.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's nice not having 1 week where I don't have to wake up and run the Sunday race, because I am not a fan of waking up early, and I've had to do that the past couple of weeks because I've had such bad finishes on the Wednesdays, and then I race in real life on Fridays, so it's hard for me to race those, or it's almost impossible for that matter. But
well, I'll tell you what.
Yeah, no.
Go have fun Friday, sleep in Sunday. You did good enough, buddy. You can just take it easy the rest of the week.
Yeah, thank y'all, and appreciate y'all's broadcast. That's pretty awesome, and yeah, that was an awesome race. I can't think of very many more races where we had much better than that. That was insane. I can't believe nobody wrecked each other at the end, to be honest with you. It was a lot of fun.
That's what I was saying. I was thinking, how much longer can this go on? Everybody racing that hard. But
it was close a couple times. A couple little bumps here and there. Casey bumped Malik just slightly. And then, Michael Conti got down in the grass once. It was intense.
Yeah, Michael almost lost it there. He hit the grass, got almost, I thought he was going to go sideways, and he saved it, and it ended up helping him win the race. It was awesome, man. You just go back and watch it, Casey. I tell you, you'll enjoy watching that one.
Oh, believe me, I was right before y'all moved me in here. I was watching the replay on in iRacing, and man, it was awesome. I can tell you though, from behind the wheel, it was twice as fun as it is watching it.
I know. It looks
Well,
so much fun.
Jordy hates sitting out. Well, I tell you what, buddy. Thank you so much, Casey. Tell us who you want to thank before we get you out of here, man, to go celebrate that win. Or what should have been a win.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah,
It's a
like
win,
to.
man.
Oh, it's basically like a win for us, especially after the hard weeks we've had, and maybe not getting the finishes we deserved. I mean, I'll take a second there. That was definitely as good as the car was, and at the time, and Conti raced me hard and clean. It was fun. But I'd like to thank PSRG, LDR, everybody over there. Big thanks to Duval Designs for making such a great looking car, man. That thing's really good, and the rest are just as good looking as that one, if not better. But just big thanks to them. Anybody I'm forgetting over there, Chad Coleman for sure for spotting for me. He spotted me during the race and helped me through those last restarts and gave me good clears and whatnot. So yeah, thanks to all those guys. It was a lot of fun.
Tell you what, Chad Coleman, if you were watching the race, fantastic job tonight. It was a very tight field, a lot of cars around Casey. Good job keeping him clean because it was a madhouse out there at the end. I don't know how.
I could have spotted that one, man. I would have been
Yeah.
yelling in your ear, Casey. You would not have been happy with me. I probably would have wrecked you out be yelling so loud.
So
No, Chad did good jobs. He gave me nice, clear instructions, so it was nice.
we'll give him a big thumbs up. In fact, tell him he needs to come out here on the broadcast one night. I want to talk to him from a spotter's point of view after the race. So maybe we'll do that one week. But anyways, take care, Casey. Best of luck to you as we head to the road course out west next week at Sonoma.
Yeah, thank y'all. I look forward to it.
Me too, buddy. Best of luck to you in preparations for next week. Always a pleasure, Casey.
Thank you.
And that is Casey Tucker, everybody. A fantastic job tonight. Oh, what a race. Let's bring in Stephen Esney next. I want to get him in here for a quick word. Stephen, tell us about your adventures here at Michigan. First, before I even get you started, we look at last week, and you saved the race there with a fantastic call at the end. And stay out, then caution, and you get to finish with a great result with a beat-up race car. Then today, you get to do it again, and I thought you were going to be able to win the race because I thought we were going to get caution like we did last week, but unfortunately, we didn't get that, but we had an amazing finish, and it pays off for you. A great race today. Tell us about it.
Yeah, we didn't qualify. I had to go walk the dogs, actually, so I missed Q, and I came back, started like 15th, and just started to come through the field, and we got to like top 10 or something like that, and I guess we had some contact with Tyler Hill. I know he didn't mean it, just kind of got in the back of me, and we lost once back outside the top 20. And by the time we got back up there, it was kind of that long green flag run we had. We started to climb up the board. Me, Casey, and Crabtree, we just came through the field, and I think we were on like 7th or 8th when that caution came out, and I knew we were fast enough to run up front, because at the end of that run there, we were running times quicker than the leaders, but so I figured I'd take the gamble, and enough people stayed out where I thought it was going to be alright. And after Conti and Casey and Malik and Kyle got their own fresh tires, we were kind of stuck there because I tried to drive as hard as they could, but they were on fresher tires, and I was getting too tight off the corner. I couldn't hang with them, so I was kind of able to hold on, and Malik ended up wrecking himself trying to side draft or something. I don't know what he was doing, but I ended up hanging on the 4th there, so I'm really happy with that.
Absolutely, buddy. That was a good race, Steven, and I tell you what, it's going to keep helping you in the points, man. You're doing good. I'm really proud of you, and you just keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah, we should be able to hang on a second here. We gained some points on Patrick. I'm sure he'll get him back on Friday, though. And I know we pulled a lot on Jordy because he was here with you guys this week. So can't wait to watch the broadcast and listen to that. Should be awesome, I think. But
that's right. Jordy gets some broadcast points this week.
I'm sure he did a great job. But yeah, just can't thank everyone at PSRG LDR enough. They all worked really hard on this thing. I didn't practice as much as I should have, but I ended up with a solid top 5 finish. So I can't complain about that, especially with one of the bigger splits we've had in a while. So I get a lot of points there, and just not looking forward to next week. I don't know how to turn right, though, so that should be exciting.
Well, Steven, excellent race tonight, buddy. Best of luck to you next week.
Yeah, thanks, man.
That's Stephen Esney, guys, driver of the Scrabble Chevrolet. Tore it up today. Fantastic finish for him, and really proud of him.
Hey, I have to leave the booth right now, so thanks guys for the broadcast. It was an amazing experience. It was like my first broadcast ever, and I've had so much fun. Thank you guys for this. It was awesome.
Well, glad you could join us on your week off from racing. I know it's tough not to be able to be behind the wheel when you want to be, but we enjoyed having you here, buddy. Best of luck to you next week at Sonoma.
Yeah, we'll do. See you guys.
Take it easy, Jordy. And that's Jordy Lopez, everybody. Want to thank him very much for having fun with us up here, cutting up tonight. We had a good time. Let's bring in Ryan Lowe. Have a little word with Ryan real quick. Ryan, do you have a copy with us, buddy?
Yes, I do.
Fantastic. You know, we just got through talking about last week's race, Ryan, and talked about how the late pit decision to stay out, and you were in the first, and then we were like, okay, he has old tires, but all he needs is cautions, and he can win. Like, there's like a 5% chance it'll happen. And back to back to back, you got the cautions and won the race. It was fantastic. This week, we get the cautions again. Here comes Steve. This time it's Steven out front, and we get caution, caution. I'm thinking there's no way it can happen 2 weeks in a row. But unfortunately, it didn't happen for him. He still got a top 5. But you were near the back of the field, Ryan, and it actually ended up helping you to move up towards the front. You decided to stay out again, I believe, right? And ended up finishing 7th. Fantastic. You held on really nicely with older tires.
Actually, I was pitting about like 3 times every pit stop just to keep in the back and keep out of trouble. And then at the end, I was just doing what everyone else did to try to get positions.
Well, it paid off nicely. Tell you what, there's a lot of fast cars today that didn't get to finish where they probably should have. Ray Alfalla had one of the fastest cars on the track. He finished 20th. Justin Bolton was up front all race long and then finished 16th. So definitely making the right decision at the right time, paid off nicely. Great 7th place finish today.
Thank you.
I tell you what, now we head out to Sonoma next week, a road course and a difficult road course at that. Are you a road racer, man?
Somewhat. I gotta take some lessons from a buddy here.
Well, best of luck to you, Ryan. Well, next week's going to be a blast. We really look forward to broadcasting next week. Kane is a road guy, and he kind of introduced me to road racing officially, so it'll be fun for us to go out there as well. So we look forward to seeing you guys out there.
Yeah, it should be fun.
Absolutely. Anybody you want to thank before you get out of here, brother?
Yeah, my sponsor, Fast Track Sims, and for pulling me along, even though they probably didn't know what the heck I was going to do this season. And the Team Nexus, we've come together pretty well, so I hope we can keep up the momentum.
Absolutely, buddy. It sure is fun watching each week, man. You're putting up good results, so keep it going, man.
Thank you.
And that's Ryan Lowe, everybody. Another fantastic result this week at Michigan. Kane, I tell you what, it's been fun. And if I can find out who Kyle 89 is, I'll bring him in here. You know who that is?
I'm going to assume it's Kyle Brummett. I don't think he was in the race today. He usually watches the race, though. So
yeah, I think he watches with us. But, man, golly, what a race, Kane. That was one for the record books, man. Just for the excitement factor. That finish, I'm getting ready to go watch it again.
Yeah, me too. I mean, that was exciting for sure.
If you just happen to join the broadcast, and we have people that join in at all times, and if you're just joining us, you just missed one of the greatest finishes of the season. I won't spoil it for you. Just rewind and watch from the beginning of the race. It makes sense if you watch it from the beginning. It really is worth watching. One of the best finishes of the season. It's the best of the official season. The only race that I can compare as far as excitement is the Daytona shootout that we had. It's not an official race, so can't really count that, but my goodness, tonight was incredible.
It was definitely a fantastic finish. Yeah, a slow start, quite a few cautions there on the start, but ultimately it was a fantastic finish for sure.
Well, it was. There was a lot of developing storylines throughout this race. We had Ray Alfalla, the car that was just outstandingly fast, and he kept getting bad luck, I guess what you'd call it. He just kept They got caught out on the pits there where he pit because he was leading and nobody followed. It bumped him way back to eventually what would be 29th. And he ends up fighting back. Then something else happens that pushes him back, and then fights back up again, and then he gets in somebody's spin out. He gets involved. It pushes him back. He finishes in 20th. Just a rough day for a car that I thought was for sure going to be its guaranteed top 5, if not a win. And then Michael Conti was extremely fast today, and it showed with a great finish with Casey Tucker there at the end. Just a fantastic job. And boy, here on the Get Dirty MX post-race show, like I said, if you just joined us, go back and watch this race. You're not going to want to miss it. Kane, we got some very exciting times coming up in 1 week's time as we head out to Sonoma. It's going to be just wonderful. I cannot wait to get out there to see what these guys can do on a road course. We know what they can do on a 1.5 miles. We know what they can do on a super speedway. We know what they can do on a mile raceway. We know what they can do on the half mile, the quarter mile, mile and a quarter. We know we've seen it all. We have not seen what they can do on a road course. Let's get out there and see what they can do. I'm pumped. I mean, I don't even know who the favorite is. You don't know. It's everything that we've seen. This is something totally different. So if you have not, if you've been a big part of our broadcast and watch us week in and week out, we really thank you guys, especially for some of y'all that watch both of our races, our Wednesday night NIS series and our Friday night V8 Supercar America series. We do appreciate you being here with us. But if you really don't get to catch a lot of them, but come from time to time, you're not going to want to miss next week. That is definitely going to be a thriller there on the road course.
It is going to be a lot of fun, and I think we'll have a lot of road course guys watching just because they enjoy watching road races. So I think we'll have a lot of extra spectators next week watching the road race. It's going to be a lot of fun, and I know that Sonoma is one of my favorite tracks to watch. It's extra challenging track, and it's going to be fun to watch these guys do it. I can't wait.
I love the cup configuration. I love that hairpin turn at the end. It's just a great finishing turn. I love it, and we'll be there in 1 week's time. I tell you what, Kane, it's been a fantastic week for everybody here at V8's Online.
Hey, before we go,
go ahead. I was fixing to close her out. You do it.
Well, before we go, I want to bring somebody down in here that puts a lot of effort into the forums and putting together the weekly posts for us that has some of the shows and stuff. I want to bring Justin down here and talk to him for a second. Justin, are you there? Do you got a copy?
Hey, how's it going?
It's going good. I want to bring you in here and just kind of acknowledge the work you do on the forums, putting together the weekly post for us that has the theme song and different races throughout the series. I know it takes quite a bit of effort each week to put that together. There's a lot of people that go to that thread each and every week and watch those races and definitely check out the theme song and stuff like that. I know we've been using the theme song in the broadcast the last couple weeks, and we just want to say thanks for the effort that you put into it, and just kind of acknowledge you here on the broadcast.
Yeah, you're very welcome. That idea came from seeing the post for the real world racing, and it's like, you know what, might as well just do it for the Bristol night race last year, and it's been a trade ever since.
It's a lot of fun to go there every week and check out and see how the real guys did last year on the track, and there's some other special big races that happen throughout the time that have some kind of historical value that you post up there. It's really cool. So just wanted to bring you in here and acknowledge you to the rest of the community. Maybe they all don't really notice it or know who you are or anything, so introduce you to everybody and say thanks.
Yeah, I try to keep a relative low profile because I maintain an online racing team while maintaining little side project with 2 other friends of mine, Save Nazareth Speedway. Look us up on Facebook, Save Nazareth Speedway. Also follow us on Twitter with @SaveNaz Speedway.
There you go, man. That's awesome stuff, Justin. And like
Tell
I
us a
said,
little bit about Nazareth Speedway.
Yeah.
Well, you got a minute. What? You're obviously trying to save the speedway. Where's it located at?
Nazareth, Pennsylvania, where Martin Truex Jr. won the last Busch race in 2004, as well as the late great Dan Weldon, who won the final IndyCar race there also in 2004. The track has a lot of history to it, dates back to 1899, but historical records, from what I've seen, have shown that it dates back to 1910. But there's always more stuff that comes out about the track.
Interesting, man. That is an old track. That's awesome.
Justin, that's incredible, because do whatever you can to save that track, guys. I'm telling you, what happens when these tracks close, it is so sad. They just basically become wastelands. I didn't even realize I was living near one of the most historical NASCAR tracks there was in the Raceway of Middle Georgia here. Right behind my house, it was big time NASCAR track in the early days, and Richard Petty's won there, you name it, Junior Johnson, they all won there, but the track was closed down because it was actually built by NASCAR, or some of the drivers got together and built it. It was one of the largest moonshine operations in the Southeast. Under turn 3 and 4, they've had an underground moonshine distillery, and the racetrack was just a big cover-up. And the feds came in there and shut it down when they found out what was going on. And it just never, it stayed open for several years after that. The Atlanta Pop Festival was there with Jimi Hendrix and thus forth and so on. But it did close around in the 80s. And they tried to open it back up several times. It never did. And it's really sad because it's an awesome short track. And it's there's been several films and commercials that have been shot there. But
most recently Dodge.
That's right, absolutely, Justin. That's absolutely right. The Dodge Durango commercial was there, and it's really cool that I lived right there by the track. And for a long time, I didn't know it growing up. And then when I found it, I looked all the stuff up and just couldn't believe that was that track. I did not know that. So save the track, Justin. Get the word out there, man. That's got to save these local tracks. They're amazing, and they're just big parts of history.
Yeah, a big piece of history there, and to lose it, it would definitely be a shame. So good work on your efforts in trying to save the track, and got a lot going on.
Yeah, and believe it or not, just literally right down the street from my house where I went to high school, in a big old dirt lot, there was also a track known as Craig Road Speedway where Roger Mears, Mark Martin, who actually there's a story about him where he actually had to hop the fence into the pit area because one of the security guards there tried to not let him in because he deemed him too young when he was on the driver roster for, I think it was an ASA race that night.
Wow.
Yeah, and on top of that, there's also another one that I've also read up on my history where 2 cars were battling so hard with each other that they actually crashed out of the track through the turn 4 wall and crashed into cars in the parking lot.
Wow. That's incredible.
Yeah, they didn't make them back in the old days like they do now. Sometimes it's just a wood fence that surrounded the track. So that's interesting. That's very cool.
No safer barriers back then, guys.
Nope, it was either wood barrier or
just like a little rail
barrier.
That's it. Well, thanks a lot, Justin. We sure do appreciate you just coming out here and having a word with us. It's good for some of the community to get to hear about that. I didn't know about that until you just told us, so that's incredible stuff. And keep up the work on the forums. It's stuff like that helps. It definitely helps the viewers that want to watch this series, and it helps guys keep up with what's going on around the series. And so just keep doing what you're doing, buddy, and best of luck to you.
Yeah, and also one more shout out. For those of you who don't know, Mr. NASCAR Garage Cam Matt Dillner also maintains a Lost Speedways Facebook page that follows us, and he has our support for Save Nazareth Speedway. So go look him up on Facebook as well, facebook.com/Lost Speedways. Bunch of tracks that just show what's happened over the years to these tracks, whether they're still visible or just not even there anymore.
Wow, I need to go check that out. What is that one more time, Justin?
Lost Speedways.
Lost Speedways on Facebook, guys. Let's go check that out. And it's a great way to save these some of these speedways, and even like the one that's near me, just see what it looks like now. In fact, the speedway that's near me has recently started doing things again. They had a monster truck show out there recently, and they actually had last year they did the Dukes of Hazzard reunion out there, and that was pretty fun. So, but anyways, that's really cool, Justin, and take care, my friend, and come talk to us again sometime, man.
Yeah, definitely will do. It's been fun.
Absolutely, buddy. Well, that is Justin Petshar, everybody, and make sure I say that right, Justin.
Yeah, you literally said it first time.
That makes me happy right there. Well, take care, my friend, and we look forward to hearing from you again down the road.
Yep.
And once again, guys, fantastic hearing from Justin right there. Kane, it's been literally a fantastic evening here at the NASCAR iRacing Series. And now I will officially close down this show. And from V8's Online, I'm JD Smith, Kane Craft with me tonight. A fantastic job. We really want to thank Jordy Lopez Jr. one more time for his wonderful broadcasting efforts tonight. It was fun having him. Fun having him up here with us. It's good to talk with him. He's a trip, getting really excited up here in the booth with us and calling all the action. But until next week, guys, do not go anywhere next week. Make sure you come back next week. And don't forget Friday evenings at around 9:30 or around closer to 10 Eastern time. We do the V8 Supercar Americas series on the same website you're watching right now. Just come and click on the V8's Americas tab on our wonderful site, which is v8sonline.com. And you can watch it right there. You can also catch us on YouTube. Just search V8's Online, one word, and they show the live stuff on there too. So guys, come see us again next week. We'll be coming to you live from Sonoma Raceway. Y'all have a good night.